Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
And it was wrong. It was a bad call, Ripley. It was a bad call.
Bad call.
Some are good for fighting, others for dying.
It's Just Two Movies.
Welcome back to another episode of It's Just Two Movies, where we watch a good movie and then a bad movie, and then we have some beers and we talk about it. I'm in the studio with Dave.
Hey, welcome back to me.
What's up, Dave? What's up, Dave?
Not shit, hanging out with you, drinking some beers, watching some movies.
Dave does all of our YouTube edits, and he's been on the. I think we just decided that we're gonna stick with the Marvel stuff. Like, if you're cool with that, because you love them and I love them, and
you guys can let us know if that's something that you're into.
Yeah, that's a specific podcast if you're into comic book movies or the Marvel MCU or whatever. So we're just gonna do some major character arcs and fucking kind of geek out about it because we would like it. Sounds
good to me.
Yeah.
We did the Captain America, the First Avenger.
Yeah.
And then we did Molly's Game.
Non MCU canon Molly's Game. Maybe it does happen in New York right before the cherry.
Yeah, who knows? But now, we decided to come back with Winter Soldier.
Yep.
And then we'll do Civil War next, and then we'll let you pick since I picked Cap.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. So if you're not familiar with Captain America: The Winter Soldier, it is a 2014 PG-13 action-adventure movie of 2 hours, 16-minute runtime. It's got a 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb, 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, 70% on Metacritic. 85% of Google users are into this. Release date April 4th, 2014, as I said. Directed by the Russo brothers. Russo brothers. I don't have the budget, but I do have the box office of $714.4 million.
Damn.
Right. Production company Marvel Studios, produced by Mr. Kevin Feige.
Yeah, just like all of them.
Yeah.
The Russo brothers did Endgame and Infinity War.
They got all the best ones. What's up, Morty? All right. We've been joined in the studio by a dog.
Little Mort Man.
He's super chill. I think he's just kind of checking the place out. Anyway, Winter Soldier stars Sebastian Stan, Chris Evans, Anthony Mackie, Scarlett Johansson, Emily Van Camp, Samuel L. Jackson, Frank Grillo, Haley Atwell, Stan Lee, Robert Redford, Colby Smulders, and Joe Russo. I keep saying Russo. Yeah, for the folks out there that don't know what it's about or have lived under a rock for the past 12 years, what would you tell somebody who didn't know what this was, what it's about, without any major spoilers?
I mean, even as far as the MCU goes, I feel like this one's, even though it's highly rated, I feel like it's pretty easy for people to have missed it since it was in this phase 2 at this point, probably.
Yeah.
But I would just say, really, it's about the main tagline of the movie, The Winter Soldier. It's about that assassin that's coming. He's been going through, 70 years that they explain, and he's coming for Cap now.
He's just been a brainwashed Sebastian Stan. Which, by the way, totally unrelated to the movie, which we're going to talk about. Have you watched any of Pam and Tommy?
I have not.
It's really good.
That's what I hear.
I can't believe that Sebastian Stan is in it. Like, with an animatronic penis that talks to him and stuff.
He's Tommy?
Yeah, he's Tommy Lee.
I've seen the thing. I didn't realize that was him.
He looks amazing. Spot on. But it's weird that the work that he does with Disney, unless he's just out, but I don't see him being out. I mean, Falcon and the Winter Soldier got renewed for another season. So.
Yeah, and I think there's talks of him coming into the Star Wars universe too.
Right.
Might have to check that out.
Yeah, I would highly recommend you do. It's very entertaining. I think there's 2 episodes left before it's over. As we're recording this, by the time this comes out, it'll probably be over.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a series. I was thinking it was just
no, it's like a
movie.
8 episodes, maybe.
Is it just a retelling of?
Yeah, kind of their sex video, but how it created the internet pornography industry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it was.
Yeah, it's very instrumental. It is now a multi-billion-dollar industry
Right.
Which is crazy, just from because Tommy Lee was a dick to some guy.
Oh, and he released it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Pretty much. I don't want to spoil anything else.
All right, let's not give
anyway,
too much.
We're not even talking about Pam and Tommy.
Pam and Tommy.
That's a totally different part. All right. So, I would agree. The movie's primarily just about the Winter Soldier. Who is he? What's his deal? How does Cap know him? How are they buds? We're going to go full tilt spoilers and just talk about it, until we're done, I guess. But it being a Marvel movie, it's of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If for some reason you're not caught up on these, we may spoil events that happen several movies down the chain. So just
for sure,
heads up, because there's Easter eggs. I'm reviewing an old movie. There's Easter eggs in it. I'm going to point some of them out.
Yeah, that ties
not all of them.
Future
don't
events,
fucking at me for that. If you're like, well, you didn't mention blah, 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 blah. Or leave a comment, tell me about it. I mean, I'm sure people love to read that. Yeah. So we done it up. It's a rescue mission where Cap just kills a shitload of dudes on a boat.
What?
On that boat?
That's not where the movie starts, though.
Where did the movie start?
The movie starts, it opens in D.C. with Cap doing his morning run and running by. That's where he first meets Sam Wilson. Mm-hmm. Get your little Wilson on.
Oh, yeah. On your left.
That's where you get the line on your left. Yeah, and Cap's just running around
that classic line,
the waiting
on your
pool.
Left.
And he just passes them for the entire morning. They're running for like 2 hours.
Yeah, it was
just
around
on your left.
Just right in front of the Washington Monument.
That's where it seemed like. I don't know if that's where it actually was.
I think so. If not,
who cares? But yeah, that's where Anthony first, he talks about his mission of kind of being a paratrooper maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
But then he mentions to Cap that he recommends Cap reading or listening to the Trouble Man soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
And Cap pulls out his little book and he writes down Trouble Man. But under that, he had like, did you look at that list?
No, I didn't. What do you got?
Yeah, he said he wrote down I Love Lucy, The Berlin Wall, Disco, Star Wars / Trek, The Moon Landing, Steve Jobs, Thai Food, Nirvana, Rocky, and then Sam suggests Trouble Man soundtrack and writes that down. Nice. I thought it was interesting. Seen that.
That's a solid list where even if you're like are not into all that stuff, that would at least catch you up on culture.
Yeah, and that's what this kind of is Cap. Well, we watched the first movie. If you guys haven't seen it, go check out that episode of us ranting about it. Yeah, so we're doing all the Captain America
Cap
features. Was frozen from after World War II, so in like the 40s.
Yeah, he's like
current day.
I went in the ice in 40 whatever or 39 or I don't remember what it is. It's end of World War II era. Yeah.
And then he's unfrozen, and then after Cap 1, we get Avengers, and then this is taking place after Avengers. So he's already kind of
we skipped Avengers straight up. It's not a Captain America movie, though, technically.
Yeah, and that's what's going to be a little bit difficult about doing it. But that's one thing that I did really like about the movie is that they do it well as a sequel to where you don't have to watch the other movies, but it does make you want to kind of visit the other characters.
Yeah. I think I'm going to wait for Thor to do Thor until Love and Thunder's out so we can include that in it.
Yeah. Or, that's preemptively doing them.
Yeah, that's out this year, right?
I couldn't tell you.
Romanoff rolls up while Sam and Steve are talking. She's like, hey, I'm looking for the Smithsonian. You guys know where I can find a fossil? Got him.
Boom.
ScarJo's got jokes. I really find Scarlett Johansson's very, what would you call that? Kind of, it's just like an off-the-cuff sarcasm sense of humor that she has like in the MCU that's like written into her character that is just super delightful. But anyway, they're getting picked up. They're going on a mission, right? They get debriefed and they're going on a mission. The mission is to stop somebody from getting killed on a boat.
Yeah, there's
right?
There's shield operatives that are hostages on the Lemurian Star. That's that ship, and they're taken hostage by pirates.
Right, gar.
Got some sea pirates aboard me ship.
You catch the super weird throwback minor villain character that's on the boat scene. Okay, so the guy that Captain America's fighting, like hand-to-hand fighting, after all the like single dudes are dead, he fights this guy for a couple minutes.
Oh, yeah, Batroc?
Batroc the Leaper. Yeah, he's just like an old throwback character.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize till after the fact.
Also played by George St. Pierre.
No, was it?
Yep. Batroc the Leaper is played by George St. Pierre. He's like an obscure character from the 60s. But George St. Pierre is obviously, a super famous MMA fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought that was super cool. Like, because GSP just loves these movies.
That's
and
awesome.
he was like begging to be
that.
in one. And they're like, well, I guess we could. You're pretty famous. Yeah, let's put him in one. How about we make him Batroc
Right,
the Leaper? Because nobody's going to know who the fuck that is.
That's kind of what happened with Mackie, too. Mackie came out and said that he really wanted to be in one and wanted to be any, like, mainstay character.
Hey, I would love to really be... I would love to be in one. Could just be a fat detective who just can't get it right. Can I... In the MCU?
Just always looking for my one big break.
Do you have any more stuff about the boat?
I would say to get on the boat, we had the Cap. That was from the comics, the Ultimate series, that he jumps from the plane without a chute.
Without a chute,
and he jumps out, and then we meet the strike team leader. What was his name?
Rumlow?
Yeah, Rumlow. I always want to say Rumlov, but yeah, Rumlow.
Yeah.
And he's like, did he have a parachute?
He's like, no. There's
no.
They make mention of it in the comic books and in the Deadpool movies. Like Deadpool's like his hero is Captain America, even though he's Canadian. But he like idolizes Captain America, and he doesn't jump with a parachute in the movies, or he might in one scene, but other than that, he just doesn't. And in the comic book, there's a run of the comic series where he jumps out, and the two guys are still on the plane. Like, does he have a chute? And he's like, no, he won't wear one ever since he heard Captain America jumps without one. And like, that's the reason that he does it. He's like, fuck yeah, man. I'll be like Captain America. Because he just, he can just hit the ground and get up.
Or if not, just heal pretty quickly,
Right, yeah. It'd take 2-3 minutes, for a guy that can fucking blow himself to pieces.
Right.
God, fucking disgusting power. I mean, it's badass, but it's
also the fighting on the boat was really cool.
Oh, dude, savage.
Yeah.
Savage choreography. Like, of just Captain America fist fighting those dudes, I'm like, that guy's dead. That guy's dead. That guy's dead.
Yeah, you can't punch somebody with just the blunt side of the metal shield. That, I mean, I guess it's sharp. It's not blunt.
And knock him off the boat. Like, that guy, he's if you haven't caved in his skull,
in the ocean.
If you didn't kill him on impact, you definitely knocked him unconscious, and now he's in the water, so he's just gonna drown. A lot of murdering going on for something that I think most people consider to be pretty bloodless. There's a lot of murder in these.
Yeah, and on the boat we got
they're murdering bad dudes though. That's how they
Black Widow, because Cap's mission was to rescue the hostages. We had Black Widow get that separate mission to
get the files.
Yeah, she was downloading stuff to a hard drive. Yeah,
she's
backing up shield data.
You guys know what she's like. She's always backing that data up and getting that file and getting it, and nobody's in there and it's encrypted, and she's clickety clacking the keyboard and getting in there, hacking that mainframe.
Yeah, then that brings Rogers to Fury in the next scene where he's in the office and he's deciding, well, what makes a soldier a good soldier if you can't be trusted? If you're not giving me the information that everybody or that you have, then how can I trust you?
Right, yeah, and Fury's whole thing is like, it's compartmentalization,
right.
Man. Don't even fucking worry about it. Just
you need
follow
to know
your
what
orders.
You need to know.
Yep.
You saved the people you saved, and look at that. It all worked out.
Literally how they've always done it. I mean, for a really, really long time. So they're in there, they're talking, he's talking to Fury after this ordeal, and Fury's like showing him these fucking helicarriers. Like they're not they're not a thing in the MCU yet. I mean, like some comic book nerds kind of knew they were coming.
Yeah, they're like
remember when I saw them, I was like slapping Alicia on the shoulder. I was like, it's a helicarrier. Oh my God.
They're like aircraft carriers, but they can just hover.
Yeah. And turn invisible.
I don't remember seeing that.
I don't think it's in this movie, but they have like cloaking tech or whatever.
Oh, nice, yeah.
They're fucking just badass. It's
gigantic.
just a floating island. Yeah. They're very cool, and he's talking about like, eliminating threats before they ever happen. If you knew so-and-so was going to march into Yemen and start World War III and you could stop it with the push of a button, would you? And, obviously Steve's not down on that. He's down for punishment after crime.
Yeah, and for people watching it, I feel like it's kind of easy to see how a government could easily have that power and people be okay with it. But since Cap did go from defeating Hydra, 60 years ago or whatever, to current day, essentially S.H.I.E.L.D. is now Hydra trying to just control or essentially give fear rather than freedom.
Right. Really straddling that line.
Yeah, I thought it was cool that they said that S.H.I.E.L.D., for that, wanted to work on the quantum threat analysis. So I guess that's what the helicarriers would use to take or decide who's a target.
Right.
Yeah, but they just kind of glossed over that line. I thought it was pretty neat.
Yeah, that would have been cool for a little more expand on that. You know what I mean? It's a cool idea. That that's how it works. Like, oh, tell me more. I did like the way when he's walking to the airport to the museum, little Spirit of St. Louis cameo.
Oh, yeah, I wrote that down too.
Hell yeah.
First little spot cut across the airplane.
He's loving
Spirit
it up.
Of St. Louis
he's
coming in.
He's checking out his own museum because he's so vain.
He's like, what are these fuckers saying about me?
Right. And he's feeling fucking nostalgic. So he goes and he goes and sees Peggy, and Peggy old as fuck.
Yeah, she up there.
Yeah, I think this is right before it got real good, but this does look pretty good. Like Haley Atwell aged up.
The aged up, yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it does look pretty good. I think it gets.
I feel like it looks better than. Yeah, some even in future movies, some of the de-aging. I feel like the age up, definitely looks good.
Yeah, the Captain America aged up at the end of Infinity Wars looks the best, I think.
Yeah,
but this one does look really good. Pardon? That's just the door, Morty. Tell him.
You want out, dude?
He's so fucking hard ass the way he waddles. Like, listen here, you motherfucker. You good, bro?
Yeah, in the Peggy scene, they call back to all Cap wants is that dance. She owes him that dance.
That's all he wants. Dance is a metaphor for a regular romantic life.
Yeah.
In a timeline that's not fucked up. But, that is always what they fucking talk about, her and him. And she's like, oh, yeah, but I found another fella, and he was good to me, and...
Right.
So I think they were going to explore more of that in Agent Carter, but it never got picked back up, so...
I'll say she did say that he
Did you watch Agent Carter?
I did not.
That's pretty
And
good.
then they came out with do they call them short? I forget what the shorts are called. Did you see Hail the King?
Oh, no. One day I'm going to sit down and watch them all.
Carter one.
Yeah, I bet so.
Yeah, Peggy said that Cap was his only regret, that he didn't get to live out the life that he wanted. Which is weird, because she started S.H.I.E.L.D. and all this shit's going down, but nope, just Cap. That's my only regret.
Yeah, that's the only one. So that part looks great. And I mean, nothing I do want to say. I love all the Nick Fury shit in this. I would be down for a Nick Fury solo film. Just to him being a badass, super covert fucking spy that's always got one up on the next guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just so fucking cool. And it's Sam Jackson. And he's hard. He's hard as fuck, man. I'm jumping way ahead, but at the end of the movie when he got an eye on the prize, he takes his eye patch off. It looks gnarly as shit. But the Nick Fury shit I am referring to is when he starts getting shot up by all those planted cop cars, I guess.
That was one quell I had with the movie. Is S.H.I.E.L.D. they're a government organization, right? It's not.
No.
They're like private contractor.
Yes and
kinda?
no. They're kind of like sub-deep government kind of shit. They don't answer to the government. Really.
But would they be able to override actual cops or anything? Like essentially just have...
They kind of just let them do their own thing. I think. I'm not
That's
sure
what I had
I'm
to
not
come
sure
to
what the hierarchy is there. That actually makes a pretty good point. They're similar to Homeland Security, I believe. So, what is Homeland Security? Can they just walk into a police station and be like, I'm Homeland Security, goddammit.
Right.
I give the orders here. Is that a thing they can do?
Yeah, like South Park.
Yeah.
This is my case.
Do you know
Not
that? If you
anymore,
know
it's
that,
not.
If you know that, write me at itsjustamovies@gmail.com and let me know how Homeland Security
Their
works.
jurisdiction taking over.
Yeah, they just walk into a place and go, this is my show now.
Yeah, that's how it would have to be.
Yeah,
they just kind of have jurisdiction. You just can't fuck with them
that's
unless you
kinda
go
how
through
S.H.I.E.L.D.
your
works.
superiors.
So S.H.I.E.L.D. is, just imagine Homeland Security, but they would know if the president's an alien kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't mean
deep
like
state.
I don't mean from a different country. I mean like if he was literally a Skrull, I think if Homeland Security knew then that's more like S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right.
But there's a bit where Fury's just like fucking rolling down the street in a badass fucking whip, badass humongo SUV. And he starts getting fucking chased down and getting shot at and shit when his car's getting all shot up. Oh my God, that scene's badass.
Yeah,
all of that's badass.
Yeah, that made me think, because at that point I was thinking who initiated this attack on Fury and why, because it wasn't planned out.
It's got to be whoever woke Bucky up out of the cryo chamber, because it's an assassination attempt.
But without Bucky being there yet, but it just seemed something that wasn't planned, like it was something spur of the moment to where something that happened recently.
Oh, they were two different things. I bet you Alexander Pierce, played by Robert Redford, put out the hit from the cops, and then the Winter Soldier just happened to show up. Like, I don't think they were working in tandem, because it's like all the cops, he escapes the cops, and then it's the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, but the cops weren't actual cops. They were...
Were they all fake
they were
cops?
Hydra, yeah. Because
I'm sure they're all Hydra. You can be Hydra and be a cop, though.
Well, no, it was Fury's heads-up display. It said no local law enforcement in this area, and he was swarmed by cops and SWAT.
So it's all fucking Hydra shit.
Yeah, it was all stage stuff.
Mm-hmm. So, man, speaking of Hail Hydra, do you think in the Multiverse of Madness we're going to get a glimpse of a Captain Hydra?
Ooh, I don't know.
There's so much cool.
I mean,
I
feel like they are going to go large with it.
You could throw every fucking Easter egg in
I think they're going to do
50 years of comic books.
Yeah.
You could.
And they could easily just have a scene that's, 5 minutes of them,
somebody falling through the
multiverse.
Yeah.
Multiverse TV. And they're just flipping through. And
Captain Hydra would be pretty cool. I'd love to see
I feel like they got to bring in the mutants.
I'd love to see a cameo of the run of where Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
Oh, I think they might make that its own movie.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
I hope they do. Like, he just meets Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange puts him in a portal, and he goes in there, and it's everybody, and he just kills them all. That would be so funny. Not that the murder is funny. I'm just saying the quips along the way and the way that it happens would be comical. So Nick Fury's shit's getting shot up. He makes him, because all of his tech is super badass, and he's
his car is sweet.
Mega fucking hard ass. His car's a tank.
Yeah,
it's like
legit.
Legit more than a tank. Yeah,
has the AI that tells you the structure integrity of the
shield integrity 20%.
Yeah, and he spawns that huge Gatling gun out the center console and just fires it out. Come on, let me get that in the SUV.
Get those options. There's some really top-notch, like, high-speed car shooty stuff. And then, we get your first debut of the Winter Soldier, like, in his mask and shit. And his dope-ass metal arm and his goggles. And he's pulling a fast one on old Nick Fury. And he's about got the upper hand on him until Nick Fury escapes into the sewers. It's weird he didn't go after him.
For sure.
Because he's super injured, and he's just in the sewer. Like, you could catch him in no time.
But it's wet.
It's gross to my arm gets rusty. Whatever.
So Fury escapes, and then we cut back to Cap's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was his neighbor. You don't know yet, but his neighbor's doing laundry, and he meets his neighbor out there. Cap gets his little flirt on.
He does,
actually get to see him.
And she shoots him down, and he's like, she's the one.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you don't want anything to do with me? Wait, do you know who I am?
He's kind of a stalker, I guess. If he was, like, unattractive and fat and weird, you'd be like, he's being super creepy.
And then Cap enters his apartment because his neighbor tells him that he left his stereo on.
Mm-hmm. But he knows he didn't.
I don't play that song. What is that song?
I've never heard a rap
Did you notice
song.
what that song was?
What was it?
It was spoiler alert for the end of the Infinity Saga. Whenever Cap goes back and dances with Peggy,
it's that song. Oh, very nicely played.
Yeah, I really like that song. You picked it out immediately.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah, but Fury's sitting in the corner,
Yep.
masturbating furiously.
just
Oh, I didn't know
beating
you were coming home tonight.
beating it like crazy.
But this
It's
is
like,
my
oh,
place, Fury.
sorry, I'm my wife kicked me out, and he's like showing him text messages on his phone like ears everywhere, can't trust anyone, and he's just making up a bullshit story about like, hey, can I crash on your couch? And then he gets fucking shot through the chest.
Yeah, with a crazy round. It almost looked like there seemed like a shotgun round, but he was from across the
Right.
across the street
Man,
on top of a building.
It looks really good.
Yeah, this brings up another through line of the trust. Don't trust anyone. Can't trust anybody. What makes a good soldier but trust? So now
Right.
Cap's on his own. He's got to figure it out.
Yep, because Fury's dead. Except if you've ever seen another Marvel movie, you know that he's not. But in the cinema, watching it, I'm like, I can't believe they already got rid of fucking...
Yeah, actually...
What a steal. Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. Get the fuck out of here. They're
I'll
already
say,
letting him out of it.
On the rewatch, Renee forgot that he died. And she's like, oh shit, Fury died this early? And she's like, wait, he's in the future ones. Well, you're just gonna have to wait. Maybe it's a clone. Maybe, who knows?
That's how they do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, the thing that revived Nick Fury is the same thing that revived Coulson. Yeah. That's, not the... what was the fucking, they had a code word for it. It was like the name of a tropical island.
Oh, Epstein Island?
Yes, that's what they called it in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They called it the Epstein Island tube or something. No, it's like the cradle that they use to revive Clint when he gets all fucked up in Age of Ultron. That it's like it's like that, but it's a different thing. It can literally revive you from being dead. Which is crazy, but that's what they do to Fury. They fucking bring him back from the dead. That's what they did to Coulson too. It does some weird shit to you. I don't remember what the side effects are because it's been too long since I watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, and after Fury dies, well, I mean, I guess Fury's just bleeding out, and Cap's like, oh, I'm going after the guy who shot you.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes off, and that's where you get Cap throwing his shield and the Winter Soldier turning around and catching it with his metal arm.
Fuck yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, that's good shit. That's real good shit. But his metal arm's not vibranium, is it? In this one?
At this point, I don't think so. I don't think they've explained why. I don't remember
why
seeing
he can
why.
catch it?
No, why he has a metal arm. Did he lose his arm?
He lost his arm when he fell off that fucking thing. And
was
in
it
the
just
first
some
Avenger.
dialogue?
They show him like getting operated on or something. It's when the Germans find him. It's when Amenzola finds him, or that other engineer guy. Finds him after he's fallen off that icy peak in Captain America, the First Avenger. He falls down that... he does the green screen fall. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. After that, they had to remove his arm for whatever reason, so you could assume frostbite or just trauma from falling or whatever. But, yeah, we get this little tussle.
Oh, and we get Carter coming in after Fury's shot.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. I meant... the neighbor,
right.
Wink, wink.
Who is Emily Van Camp.
Oh, that's her name?
That's her actual name, yeah. But, she plays Sharon Carter.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler for
You didn't get that till the entire next movie.
Right, that's true. No, she says it at the end of this one. She's like,
she says Sharon.
My Aunt Peggy or whatever.
No, they never...
Well, she refers to Peggy as her relative, and she says her name is Sharon. But I don't think so. I don't think they say her first and last name.
No, she references her aunt, but never says Peggy. She references her aunt being sick. But then at the end of the movie, she says Sharon. But then at the beginning of the next movie is when it's revealed at the funeral.
That she's Sharon. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You got me. But I do know, shortly after this is my favorite scene in any of the Marvel movies. I think the elevator fight.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about.
That's right after Cap goes and speaks to Pierce.
Yeah, and Pierce is like, "Don't even worry about it. Just be a good soldier. See?"
Why wasn't Fury at your house?
Right. Why? Yeah.
That's
why
what everybody
was
wants
Fury
to know.
At your house?
Why
what did he
Fury
say
there?
to you before he died?
I don't know.
Did he give you a microchip? He gave him something. I don't remember what it was. It's not a microchip.
What? Oh, that little thumb drive.
Thumb drive. Booyah, baby.
Yeah.
It's got microchips in it, though, so I'm not far off. I just love the elevator fight.
Yeah, I like how Cap tries to avoid the conflict by asking anybody if they want to get out.
Yeah.
So, boys,
We gonna do this
anybody want to get out first?
before I fucking
No,
murder
alright.
all 11 of you? A little too tight in here to be moving around, ain't it, boys? Would you fight Captain America? How many of you, if you could clone yourself, how many of yous do you think it would take for you to beat Captain America's ass?
Without weapons, and he has his shield?
I don't know. Say you got like a nightstick or something.
Ooh. Almost infinite. I feel like it would have to be 100.
It would have to be a lot.
It could, yeah.
It'd have to be a lot.
It would have to be enough to be knocked down, and then the other half is recovered some to where they're...
Right. Like, we're not ex-military. We're just two dudes.
Only so many can surround them. And
Right.
it's not like you're jumping off shit coming from the top, too.
Right. Get a rope swing. Just fucking
And
elbow dropping.
one shield shot's going to take you out for a good half hour, if you're lucky. If not, you're done for the whole day.
Not if he hit you with the edge of it.
Yeah.
Fucking just stab you through the brain.
So it can sever your limb.
God, he's a savage animal. I love it. I love the elevator fight bit.
I really like the callback in... Was it Infinity? No, it's Endgame?
In game?
When they did the heist. Was that Endgame? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
But-
Time heist?
Yeah, how,
baby.
like in the scene, Cap tried what he could to negate, like, the casualties or the victims by asking him if they wanted to get out. But since they did this scene again in the time heist, he already knew that they were all Hydra at this point. So he just leans in and says, Hail Hydra,
rather than
and then they
fighting
just
him.
let them
And
walk
the guy's
out.
like, you could tell that guy was floored, man. He's
Yeah,
like,
he's
oh,
like,
fuck,
"Oh,
we got
crap."
Captain America. But there is a comic book run where he's Captain Hydra. Yeah, which is just it's a cool suit. With the skull octopus on it. Yeah, it's cool looking. So it's a coup, you know. It's Hydra. They're trying to hijack everything. They assassinated Nick Fury. They're just trying to fuck shit up.
Honestly, after the elevator scene, at this point, Cap beats up all of Strike Team that has Rumlow, and so now S.H.I.E.L.D. has a manhunt for Cap. So he takes off out of the base on his bike and just instantly wrecks his bike to flip it to attack the freaking jet.
Yeah.
I'm like, all
and then
right.
he's just immediately on foot again.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, should have kept
I
that
needed
bike.
the shield more than that bike. That stood out to me. It was just hilarious. He just taking off. I'm like, oh, that's a sweet bike. And just instantly, no stop, he flips it, jumps off.
You're
All
right.
right.
Yeah, it's a fucking Quinjet though. But what's badass is he is still a mortal man. Like, he can die.
Right.
He's just a mortal man. He's just more so. You know, he's like he's buff. He's got all his heightened senses and his strength and his abilities and like more
more than
that of a normal person, but just like quadrupled or whatever. I mean, he's not like healing a bullet wound
Deadpool
overnight, but
shit.
Yeah. But it is pretty dope to just watch him take out that Quinjet. Like, I thought that was cool, but you're absolutely right. It's super impractical. So they're on the run. You got Cap, you got Natasha, and they find a sick military shield bunker. And then they go down in the bunker, and they're like, oh my God, look at this old Apple computer. And they turn it on, and it's Toby Jones reprising his role as Armin Zola. And he spills the beans about hijacking the helicarriers. He's like, you will never stop us, Steve Rogers. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. He skipped a little bit.
Does it skip something you want to touch on?
No, that's what I was reading over, and that's what took me a second. No, yeah, they come back to Camp Leahy. Or no, it's not Leahy. What is it?
I don't know. I am the liquor, though.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Trailer Park Boys.
What was, where Zola is the base that Cap was trained at during World War II. Yeah, that was the base that he returns to. And then they go into that bunker. And then, did you notice that they go down, like, the elevator, too?
Yeah. Yeah, they go down in the bunker, and there's an elevator. And they're like, why is there an elevator in the bunker?
Yeah. And they go down even further into the bunker. And, that's when they find Zola.
Is that the same place where they turned Steve Rogers into Captain America?
I think the bunker is, but just the first, when they went down the stairs. I think that was the place, but not the secret underground.
The
double secret underground.
double more secreter. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of Toby Jones. I think he's a great get if you just need a weird little man. So he's telling about how their Hydra's plan has always been to steal the helicarriers and kill people that would oppose them.
Yeah, Zola explains pretty much how Hydra fell after World War II, but then has pretty much laid dormant and has infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. and over the past 60 years or 70 years has came out of the woodworks, and now they're running shit. Now
cut off one head.
Everybody, yeah. 2
others take its place, you know. It's us to just keep beating that drum all the goddamn time about Hydra. Be like, hey, we fucking get it, man. It's a mythological beast. We're there.
Yeah, and Zola explains the purification process of the helicarriers and how they're going to use that algorithm to wipe off thousands of people at a time.
I don't know if I said this, but he's put his consciousness into a supercomputer.
Right.
So, okay,
just
to make sure that's clear.
Zola's an AI computer.
Yep. So after narrowly escaping their death, because somebody they launch a missile at the bunker or whatever, a bunker buster, if you will. Natasha and Steve, they show up at old Sam's apartment, the old Falcon nest.
With that bunker buster, yeah, that's one thing that stood out. Did you notice that in the movie? Yeah.
What are you talking about?
When they, Natasha, all right, they're in the bunker, then Zola just told them all that shit, and then Zola's like, oh, I'm stalling. And then Natasha's like, oh, there's a ballistic missile inbound. And then the missile hits, and it explodes the bunker, but they were down 2 flights of stairs and then down 10 stories in the elevator.
Yeah.
But then it just crumbles on top.
They just dug their way out.
Yeah, then the Cap just stands up, moves one rock aside, and he's like, all right, we're on the surface now.
Yeah. That's a good one. I missed that. That's a good one, man.
No, because when she said ballistic missile inbound, I'm like, they're in a bomb shelter. I guess they'll be all right. And then it explodes. I'm like, oh, shit, that was huge. But then it was just like a normal bomb. And they just,
That's good. That's good stuff. So there's a bit where when they're at Sam's place, he's like, hey, we're going to need your help, and I got a little something for you. And it's like Project Falcon. It's a manila folder or whatever. So they devise a plan to steal this Falcon suit. Would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Covert mission, quick getaway.
Yeah, that's when, Falcon said, he's like, oh, I never said I was a paratrooper. And Romanoff asked him if he was a stealth trooper.
He's like, you were stealth trooper, weren't you? He's like, I never said that. Yeah.
Going there with a stealth shoot? No, had one of these.
A little good shit. I like I love that Gary Shandling is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You know who I'm talking about?
Who? No.
Gary Shandling. Look him up, picture of him.
Oh, from Shangling's List?
No. He is a
Gary Shandling, is that what you said?
Shandling. Shandling. He's a comedy writer, actor, comedian. He's very distinct looking.
Say Jerry or Gary?
Gary.
Oh, there it is. Did you mean Judy Shandling?
No, I did not
sure you didn't mean Judge Judy.
No. Is that what you got?
Yeah. All right. Say his last name again.
Gary Shandling.
Shandling? Okay.
According to Wikipedia, Gary Emanuel Shandling was an American actor, comedian, writer,
he's
director, and producer.
Yeah, he's just like a sleazy Hydra political guy.
Yeah,
maybe he's a SHIELD guy.
I mean, he's just like a political figure, but he's running under the radar for Hydra.
He's wearing a suit kind of guy.
Yeah, he looked familiar, but I couldn't place him from anything.
Yeah,
Gary Shandling.
God, yeah, I guess there's our age gap. Fuck me, if you were old enough to remember Gary Shandling.
Oh, yeah.
Right, it says it's just two movies at gmail.com. On Twitter, Instagram, at it's just two movies. And you know what? While Dave's looking at pictures of Gary Shandling, leave us a like or a review if you could. You can do it right there in the app. It helps us tremendously. Anyway, so there's Gary Shandling in this, and I was like, man, I fucking haven't seen him in anything in 20 years. So it's a pretty cool, just to see him in there and be like, well, he's still around and kicking, isn't he?
I guess. I mean,
yeah, it is. It is cool. Just take my word for it, Dave. We're like halfway through the movie now, though, and now we're starting to get some more Winter Soldier shit.
Yeah, you get the scene that actually shows Pierce talking with the Winter Soldier, so now you know he's involved. Oh, I liked how they had Pierce in his dark, I guess, apartment or condo. What are they called? I don't know. But he's there with Winter Soldier talking about the next target that's going to be Romanoff and Cap. And he says that they're both like level 6 targets or whatever, which I thought was cool because they put Romanoff on the same level as Cap, which, I mean... Give her what she deserves.
Yeah. I was like, she's a bad motherfucker.
But then in that same scene, his housekeeper walks back in. He's like, I wish you wouldn't have done that, and just has to shoot her, just kills her cold blood right there.
If Captain America if Steve Rogers was as clever as Natasha Romanoff, he'd be a way more dangerous motherfucker because she's just way more cunning than he is.
Yeah, she's just more like, battle tested too. She's
and also she has no qualms with being amoral. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because she's done some awful shit. She doesn't want to continue to do it, but old hat at this point, I guess.
Yeah.
Metal Arm looks so goddamn good in this.
Yeah,
it looks CGI good in all of them.
Stuff. Yeah.
I don't know if it is in this one CGI, but it was an actual prosthesis in several scenes of several of the movies.
Yeah.
Like it grease his arm up and slide it in.
Nice.
Gross.
Stuff you got to do for those Marvel checks.
Right. He'd be like, and evidently Anthony Mackie would give him a hard time about it, like on stage.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, right. Yeah, why would you just be like, oh yeah, lubing it up, huh? Yeah, so this was, just to date this is before every vehicle in one of these movies was an Audi.
Yeah, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this one, I wrote it down. It seemed like they had a contract with Chevy.
I saw some GMCs in there, I think. Those GMC black SUVs. And honestly, this movie is something... Like, I used to say this was my favorite Captain America movie, but even after saying that, I probably have only really sat down and, like, really paid attention to it maybe 3 times. I mean, like, it's been out forever. But I would always say, like, this is my favorite Captain America movie, forgetting that Civil War is a Captain America movie.
Right.
However, this movie does have, in my opinion... bar none, some of the best like hand-to-hand combat choreography in the MCU. Like,
yeah, I would second that.
The bit where they're having the knife fight.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but he dropping the knife, grabbing it, cutting back.
Oh, it's so sick.
Oh, we get the big when Sam calls Sitwell. You remember Sitwell, the bald guy? He's the...
Oh, yeah. He's Hydra.
He's Hydra, but he's kind of the...
I don't think you know that in this movie, though, do you? Like, they don't reveal...
No, I mean, they tie him in because they say Sitwell and Pierce and the other guys were on the Lumerian Star when it got hacked or whatever, then him being there at the end. But then they intimidate him. So then, I guess, Cap thought so. Because that's right after that, you get the scene where Cap is up on the building... After Sam like calls him and talks to him, they get him in the car and they take him up. But Cap tries to intimidate him off the building, and he's like, "Oh, that's not your MO." But it's Black Widow. So
right? He's like, "But it is hers."
Yeah, she kicks him off the side of the skyscraper, and that's where you get Intro Falcon. Saving the day. Picking him up, dropping him back on the roof. That would be
scaring the dog shit out
terrifying.
of him. Both parts of it.
Kicked off a building.
And getting scooped up by that thing. How fast do you think he's going in that thing? It'd be like getting hit by a car. Right?
Probably more because you'd be going, you'd be free falling essentially. Oh, I guess he probably wasn't that high up, but I mean.
How do you brace yourself for something like that?
Yeah, you don't. You just think you're dead, and then all of a sudden you're jerked up. You got hurt neck.
I'd like to see one. I'd like to see one a little more gritty where that happens and they drop him off on the roof, but he's had the wind knocked out of him, and he's just like gasping for air and hyperventilating and shit.
Just for like 3-4 minutes.
Throws up. It's just mucus and snot, just super gross.
Yeah, and that's where Sitwell spills the beans on the whole plan.
He does.
Tells Cap, tells Widow, tells them all, tells their mother. Call them up, put her on speaker. Let's hear it. Put her on
speakerphone, tell her all about it.
Yeah, he pretty much explains what we said about how the helicarriers are going to go up, sink, and then they can wipe out anybody on the planet that they want to.
Fucking A, man. And also, is this where you find out Nick Fury's alive?
No.
Is that way, way later?
No, it's pretty much right after this. Right after this, we get the car scene with where after they find out what's happening with the helicarriers and Hydra's infiltrated and gonna kill everybody.
Right.
We get the car and the bridge scene with Sitwell in the car, and then that's where Winter Soldier jumps on the car and rips Sitwell, throws him straight in front of oncoming traffic, and then the fight scene begins.
That's fucking hard ass, man.
Yeah.
And is this, you're talking about the one with the knife fight, right? Is it the knife fight scene?
Yeah.
Or was that, okay, yeah.
Well, no, they do a couple night fight scenes.
It's impressive. It's fun to watch. It's just good hand-to-hand back and forth.
I'll say this scene is the bridge scene where Natasha shoots Bucky in the face, but it gets off of his glasses because she's seen a shadow under the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cap rips his mask off by doing the overhand fling, and then that's where Cap gets revealed to him that this is Bucky Barnes.
Oh my God.
Somebody that he thought died
Come on, Buck.
the 40s.
Yeah.
But now he knows is the most dangerous assassin over the last 70 years.
I'm glad there's a bit where, so Bucky, the Winter Soldier, has been brainwashed this entire time by the Russians or Germans? Hydra, essentially.
Russian,
Hydra. European Hydra. So he's like just brainwashed to being a soldier. They cryogenically freeze him. They thaw him out. They wake him up. They say some words to him that helps trigger his following commands, brainwashy stuff.
Brainwash.
And he goes on a mission. He's just dangerous as shit, and he's got a metal arm. So he doesn't remember Cap, but Cap remembers him. But he, like, kind of remembers him a little bit. He remembers him enough to, like, take pause and be like, wait, something's kind of familiar about you. But he doesn't know who he is. Yeah. So they just, continue to fight.
Yeah, but it seemed like at that point that is something that did jar his memory, being called Bucky. Because at that point, that's when he starts to have those memories again.
I like that by the end of the movie, he's kind of shaking most of it off, and he's, like, remembering shit. Because in Captain America, the First Avenger, man, they've got some great fucking back and forth, like, verbally between those two, just ripping on each other.
Yeah,
it's
I feel like the writing of this movie, and actually the whole trilogy, I think, was the same writers. Christopher... Yeah, let's not.
I've actually still got it pulled up, I think. Screenplay by Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely.
Yeah, Marcus and McFeely. Yeah, they wrote Infinity War, Endgame, and I'm pretty sure the whole Cap saga.
Nice. Well, it's fucking really well done.
Yeah, we're at the bridge fight scene, and then we get Bucky versus Cap. Round 1.
Bucky, you know me. I don't know you.
I ain't never been called no Bucky. People call me Winter Soldier. But we get a Bucky fight scene with...
They never called me Bucky.
Not even once.
That's great.
But yeah, he comes back, and that's where Strike Team comes in, surrounds them all, then they end up getting captured. Cap, Falcon, and Romanoff all get captured, and then Strike Team. But then in the back of the Strike Team SWAT van, we get an old appearance of Agent Hill.
Oh, yeah.
I forget her actual name, but I always
Agent
remember
Maria Hill.
Agent Robin Scherbatsky.
The actor's name is Robin Scherbatsky. No, it's hold on, I know. I'm actually not going to look it up because I know it. It's Colby Smulders. Or Smulders, maybe.
That's a sentence.
Well, it's also her name.
Smulders.
Let's see here. Let me double check. Let me check my work. But I'm fairly certain that's it. It's Colby Smulders.
I'll believe you. I'll take your word for it.
Oh, it's Colby Smulders.
Oh.
Colby.
Sorry to the other Colby out there. And she ends up breaking them out. And then they go into the sewer probably again.
Special Agent Maria Hill. Come with me if you want to live.
And then they go into... I don't know if it said where it was, but yeah, that secret
I would never
sewer bunker.
If my job was to capture Captain America, I would never take him alive. If they were like, you have to bring him back here alive, I'd be like, it can't be done.
Yeah, I did like how
the answer is no. He's too much of a security risk to continue to live.
to just contain. No.
Yeah, no, he's ridiculous, man.
I did like how in the fight scene they did show that they didn't kill Cap because of the news helicopter there. They panned to the helicopter, like, oh, not here. We got to take him in.
Right.
Then kill him in secret.
Can't have that shit on the news.
But then that's where we get Fury's alive.
Nick Fury's still
secret
alive.
Sewer bunker.
He does have a secret sewer bunker. God, he's got bunkers everywhere, man. Now he's out in space. I wonder what he's up to now. Nick Fury floating around out in space.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, what they did with the Skrull reveal is that he could be a Skrull at any point in time. He could be anywhere and everywhere.
Oh yeah. I wonder if they're gonna do another like invasion of the Skrulls.
Yeah, they're doing Secret Invasion.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. What do you think they're gonna show up? Do you think they're gonna have a Super Skrull?
A Super Saiyan Skrull?
I mean, or that'd be dope too. Do you ever read any of the older comics with the Skrulls? So the Super Skrull, he's a Skrull. Except, actually, I don't think he can shapeshift like the other ones can, but he has all the powers of the Fantastic Four.
What?
So he
Even
can,
thing?
Yep, he can do all of them. At will is his. That's what makes him scary as shit. But it's a whole Fantastic Four storyline as to how they create a Super Skrull and blah blah blah.
I get you.
But you know they've got the Skrulls. That's like the one thing they got going. Apart from the fact that they're just creepy and can change into whoever.
Yeah, or the transform alien or reptile people.
Just doppelganger. Yeah, doppelganger lizard people. Does that ring any bells?
Fury's alive.
Fury's alive, and he's like, listen, it's fucking secrets, baby. Let me tell you about him. This coup, and I'm still alive, and don't even worry about it. I got 9 lives. I got 9 guns with 9 bullets, and they're both 9mm. And I got 99 problems, but a secret ain't one.
But being alive ain't one.
Secrets ain't my problem, and I'm alive. But nobody knows it.
If everybody was out to kill you, like how a lot of famous people conspiracy theories are.
Oh, yeah.
Just kill yourself. Like, that is a pretty good way to go.
Fake your death?
Fake your death,
well,
yeah.
He didn't fake his death. He deathed.
No, he said that he ended up taking a anti-stress serum that he got from Banner. And that's how he dropped his heart rate down.
Oh, no shit.
He got fucked up, but then he took that to fake his death.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was, spur of the moment, I guess, kind of capitalize on the situation.
Love it. I wish they would have mentioned that in a later film at some point.
Yeah.
Way to go, Banner.
They said it didn't work for him for his anti-stress to make him not Hulk out, but, yeah, it drops your heartbeat to 1 a minute.
To 1 a minute.
1 heartbeat a minute.
Wow. It'd be amazing if your brain wouldn't die in that.
Yeah.
in that amount of time. You gotta have oxygen up in your noodle. So does Nick Fury give him any like super interesting information, or is it all kind of generic?
Say, in the sewer scene, they're pretty much at the point of everybody trusts everybody because they have all went through the shit, and now Fury knows that he can trust Cap and Romanoff and Falcon. So now they got to figure out, okay, how do we stop these things? How do we stop these helicarriers?
Exactly.
And they plan out that what they need to do is link them up with some drives. Just get 3 satellite drive things and plug them in, and
Bing,
boom,
bang,
bam,
boom,
boom.
baby.
You got control of all 3.
You just got to take the thing and plug it in the thing.
That's simple enough for me. I was in. I'm like, all right, you need 3 of them on 3 different ones. Let's do it.
Sounds good. It's like how they kind of hang a lantern on it in Into the Spider-Verse when he's like, "Give me the goober," and he's like, "The what?" He's like, "There's a thing. It goes in a thing. It's every time. It's like it's a microchip or a flash drive or a whatever, or a chemical or a key. Give it."
The goober.
Yeah,
right here. That's what it is. Yeah, and they said the helicarriers will activate or be able to sink at 3,000 feet. So then that gives you the time frame. Boom. We got to stop them before 3,000 feet. Got to plug in 3 things. Let's do it. Let's climax this bitch.
Let's climax this fucking movie, baby. I've written here that Suit Swipe getting Stan Lee fired.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't remember why I wrote that.
I'll say that was...
Refresh my memory on his cameo in this.
Yeah, Stan Lee cameo.
Is he a tailor?
No, he's the security guard for the museum. And Cap goes back and steals the Howling Commando suit.
Yep.
Yeah, the OG suit. And I'll say that's when Fury and Cap kind of have the discussion of... Because Fury wants to salvage all of S.H.I.E.L.D. and salvage the helicarriers, but Cap wants to destroy it all. He wants to take it down because to him, S.H.I.E.L.D. is now Hydra.
Yeah, it's safer.
Yeah.
Danny Pudi's in this.
Who?
Danny Pudi from
Pudi Tang?
From old Pudi Tang. He's from Community.
Oh yeah.
Abed.
Okay, yeah.
From Community.
Yeah, I didn't know his real name.
Danny Pudi, he's in it. I've never noticed it before, but he's like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check a thing in the other room.
The Russo brothers directed Community.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, and that's why I can't remember all their names.
Wow, they are.
If you name them all, they're all in it.
They are all doing really well. Dan Harmon's doing really well. They're doing really well.
Yeah, I'll say pretty much all the main people besides Joel McHale and the one blonde girl make an appearance, but all like kind of the side characters and stuff come in.
How do you think?
MCU.
What would a Dan Harmon written Marvel movie look like?
I feel like he would definitely be better at just the writing aspect than writing and directing.
Yeah, I think so too.
If
he'd get somebody else to do the directing.
Yeah, if he was either a partner or...
He loves sitcoms. I don't know how much his movie structure would...
But I feel like I don't know how much of it is the team and stuff at this point with Rick and Morty and the stuff that he does, but he writes well. Like his writing is...
From my recollection of listening to Harmontown, when Harmontown ended, which has been a couple years, he had written seasons like 4, 5, 6, and 7 already. But he's just like, they're drawing it. I don't know what else you want from me. Like, it takes them a really long fucking time to draw it. So that's how long you're going to have to wait. I was like, it's written. It's done. See here. Yeah, but I just noticed Danny Pudi in that. I hadn't seen him in anything else.
Yeah.
It would be cool to bring him back as another cameo, since he exists in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as just random...
Yeah, he comes in...
Random guy.
Yeah, random security guy, or... Yeah, he was just watching computers.
He's just like on the bridge, clicking a computer, saying a status or whatever. Yeah. And then he's like, I'll be right back.
Yeah, he's going to go check the roof satellite because they had interference.
Yup.
And that's when... What?
And he bumps into Captain America.
Oh,
and
no,
he's
not
like,
Cap.
He's like, oh, fucking don't punch me in the face, please. With your giant ham hands.
Split me with the
please don't
shield.
Split my skull open with that insane murder weapon.
Yeah, we get a flashback with Cap whenever it goes back to him and Bucky. And we see the de-aging, or not the de-sizing of Cap again.
Oh, it looks
really
great.
like how they do that.
It looks great.
Yeah, it looks so good. And then we get the quote from Bucky that I'll be there till the end of the line.
Yep.
To where they're friends in it. Cap's got to save him. He's there to the end of the line
end
as
of the
well.
Line, baby. So Cap gets on the mic and he's like, "Hey, you guys, fucking Hydra's being a piece of shit."
Yeah, he outs him. He's like, Shield's Hydra?
Yeah, they're fucking shit up. There's like the guy standing right next to you could be Hydra. You wouldn't even fucking know it. Do not launch those helicarriers. And then Frank Grillo just starts fucking shooting people. Because he's a maniac.
He's like, you're going to launch them or everybody's going to die and I'm going to launch them myself.
Yeah, and that's what he tries for.
Agent 13, Agent Carter steps up, tries to throw a wrench in his plan. Everybody starts attacking. We get a major shootout, but he still gets those helicarriers started.
When Bucky gets on that helicarrier and just fucking starts going rogue, just fucking killing everybody. Well, I guess technically they're like S.H.I.E.L.D. people above the helicarriers. They're not all necessarily Hydra. Because the software is what's hijacking the guns. Whether they're on the ship or not doesn't make them Hydra.
Well, I mean,
so he's not going rogue. He's just beating.
It was after the announcement, though. Yeah. But I mean, the majority of people probably were Hydra, but not all of them.
Dude, he is killing the shit out of those guys. Like, booting them off the fucking helicarrier and shit. He's fucking ice cold. And then you've got so it's giving you a little bit of back and forth. Cap and Falcon are trying to get on the ships because they've launched them and it's not good.
It's the end game. They got to try to connect their shit to the craft.
And they're getting the thing. And then you've got Pierce, played by Robert Redford, and he's like, I'm killing all these people, and everybody's like, fuck you, man. And he's like, I'll kill you, bang. And then one lady in the room, it turns out she's actually Black Widow. And she turns the tables. She's holding a gun on him. And then Nick Fury gets off a helicopter and comes in the room. But Pierce had Nick Fury killed by the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Pierce was in the World Security Council meeting, and that's, freaking Black Widow comes out, does the reveal, fucks him up, but then Pierce has all those clips on everybody and just executes everybody.
Yep.
But, it was really cool with the Nick Fury eye part reveal because Fury knew that Pierce would have deleted all of his records. He's like, there's no Nick Fury in the system.
Always knew that there was a chance.
Yeah. And then you notice that Nick Fury has the eye patch. He removes it. It's a different retinal scan, so he was able to program it under a different access code.
I think instead of Nick Fury, it's Fury Nicholas J. So it's like a totally different,
Right.
like they just got it set up in there different or something. Man, that fucking eyeball looks great. I've seen it several times. It's probably a practical effect somebody just made. Could be CGI on it. Either way, it looks fucking outstanding and gross.
Yeah, kind of like
gross
cataracts, but it's got like a yellow tint.
It's like milky, and there's a chunk of it missing. Yeah. Like it's not even a fully round eye because there's just a piece of it gone. A couple
scratches over it.
It's
like
very
3 or 4
moist.
scratches going from like the eyebrow through it.
Just the wettest eye socket you've ever seen. It's very, very moist in there and super gross.
Yeah, and earlier in the movie when Fury was talking to Cap, he says that's one of the reasons why I can't trust anybody.
Last time I did, I
lost an eye.
Which you find out down the road, that's an Easter egg for
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, the post credit on Captain Marvel. Yeah,
and you find out that it was the Kitty Flurkin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what do they call it in the movie?
Oh, what they called the Flurkin?
Yeah, what's its name? It's something Star Warsy, isn't it?
I can't recall.
I have another note here this far down in the movie. Boy, Cap really is just inadvertently killing hundreds and hundreds of guys.
just nonchalantly.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever Romanoff reveals her mask and Fury comes in and they're syncing up the retinal scans is so that they can override the access key and get for was it for the helicarriers or was it just for the internal data?
I think it's for the helicarriers so they can open the thing for the helicarriers where Cap can plug in the thing.
Okay,
he's got to plug the thing in the thing though.
Yeah,
and he's in there and then Bucky's in there and they're having a fight, and it's pretty fucking brutal. He shoots Cap twice too.
Oh yeah, that was for the final one. Yeah, they get the first 2 pretty easy. I'll say Cap gets into the one, just pretty much runs into it. Then Falcon does some badass maneuvers and has the plane shoot like it's, I don't know what they call it, but like the anti-defense jet where it shoots like 10 out at a time, and then he just crashes it into the thing and then flies into it and bloop bloop, plug it in.
Right.
Second one confirmed.
Yep. Dunzo.
But then the third one, Winter Soldier stands in Cap's way.
Yeah. So this is the one where they're fighting and they're duking it out.
And it's pretty brutal. Yeah.
He's already taken Falcon out of the fucking program, baby.
That was a great fight. Yeah.
Ripped off one of his wings.
Falcon v
and fucking
Bucky.
Booted him off the boat.
Yeah, grounded him. Used that wire wrap and
then Anthony Mackie's got to fight fucking Rumlow.
Oh yeah, in the building.
Yeah, and then he gets a building dropped on his face, which will be brought up in the next movie that we watch.
Right.
Or the next episode of this that we do.
I'll say when Cap was climbing up the last helicarrier pod thing to plug it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was strange that Bucky wasn't going for the kill shots because he's a hyper marksman.
He shot him at one of his bullet wounds is in the chest.
One of them, he shot his hand. Like, that's how great of a marksman he was. Cap was reaching up, and right as he grabbed it, he shot his hand, and he fell down and grabbed it with his other hand.
That's fucking cool, man. Are you like, do you excel at any marksmanship stuff?
I haven't tried really.
Yeah.
No, naturally, kind of, but it's definitely difficult.
When it's nice out, we'll shoot some stuff. So anyway, he gets the thing in the thing, and all the. I don't want to short sell the fight between Bucky and Cap though, because it is fucking brutal.
It is.
And Cap, just like the way he finally gets out of it, is just he puts Bucky to sleep, or does Bucky put Cap to sleep?
I really like this.
Cap puts Bucky to sleep.
Bucky to sleep, And it's kind of like the Big Brother scene because he wanted Bucky to let go of the drive because this is right before he gets the drive and plugs it in.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, let go. And he's like, I'm not letting go. So he just has to choke him unconscious
choke
to
him
drop
out.
it.
Right.
It's just like the big brother, little brother kind of swapping roles to where you're dropping it.
Right. Yeah. Well, because when they, back in the day, when Steve was a little tiny man, he was the one that was more headstrong and would fight over it, but he was so small, nobody would fight him. Now he's fucking huge. So.
And he's all juiced.
Jacked up. He is all juiced on the jack. So he gets a thing in the thing. All the helicarriers start fucking shooting at each other. So they all fucking destroy themselves.
Yeah, they get the end goal.
Which would have been incredible to see in real life. Like just these gigantic fucking airships blowing each other up. That would be a pretty amazing spectacle.
Yeah, and that's when the helicarriers start shooting each other, and I think one of them crashes in the water. Or no, the one that Cap's in, that's the one that goes down and goes into the building that Sam's in. Mm-hmm. And he's on the floor with Romulo. Yeah. And they're fighting it out, but then it's crashing down. So now Sam Wilson's got to escape. So he's got to run and jump off the 41st floor and have Fury do the side swipe with the helicopter and catch Sam out the air.
You ever watch any other movies with Frank Grillo?
I don't think so.
He's got 2 on Hulu that I recently watched that are both really good. Well, I say really good. They're very entertaining. I'm not like, wow, this is an amazing feat of cinema. It's not.
Yeah,
but they're fun movies
nowadays. Yeah,
there's entertaining. There's one called movie. Boss Level that's really entertaining, and there's one called I don't know. I'll have to come back to that one. But anyway, it's not important to what we're talking about here. So, Steve and Bucky, he saves Steve. He pulls him up on the beach.
Yeah, because right before the helicarrier crashed, Cap tries to lift because Bucky's pinned by some girder or some type of steel. Then, Cap tries to save him. But then when it actually crashes, Cap's unconscious and Bucky's saving Cap. Look at that. Maybe he does remember.
Yep. Next scene, they're all at a graveyard. Nick Fury's faking his death again. He's going dark. Takes off his eye patch, trades it in for a pair of sweet shades.
Yeah, fucking burns it down. He just has what is it, like the metal storage or the like the trailer things? That's what it seemed like.
Like a shipping container or something like that.
Yeah,
with just all the shit just burns
lights it on fire. It's not gonna burn the container.
Right. It's good stuff though. So Nick Fury, he's going away. He's gonna do some recon work, and he could use a spy. Like Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson's like, hey, no thanks, bro. And Natasha, she just said she's done spying. And Steve, he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I'm just going to try to America as hard as I can.
As hard as American can let me do it.
Fucking just bald eagle my eyes out. Yeah, and then that's pretty much the end of the movie. And there's a post-credit.
Before the post-credit scene, I like because after the big fight and shit, Cap ends up in the hospital for a little bit, and Falcon ends up, like the scene comes in and it's just like Cap in the bed and Falcon sitting there, but Cap's on his left. So it started the movie with Cap's on your left and ends it. And then if you notice, it cuts over from the playlist that's playing, and it's playing that Trouble Man soundtrack.
Oh yeah, when he comes out of the coma or whatever.
It's just the little stuff in the writing that I just really digged into this movie and loved it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got all the ending stuff. Yeah, it showed that Agent Hill ended with Stark. Did you see that? She had the interview with Stark Company. Yep. Agent Carter ended with the CIA because when she was doing the shooting range stuff, it showed the CIA on her. And then it shows Romulo getting rescued. Surgery. Yeah, getting rescued from the thing. And yeah, Romanoff is on Capitol Hill.
He's looking like fucking 220 pounds of hamburger, though.
Yeah, and Romanoff on Capitol Hill. And then she just pretty much is like, you're not going to arrest me. Come after me if you want, bitch.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. You need me.
You're not going to arrest me because you need me. And, here's what's going to happen is I'm going to leave. If you want to arrest me, try it.
Right.
Peace.
You're not going to imprison us all.
Yeah, and then it that just rolls credits. baby.
Rolls credits.
Get that post credit.
Mid credit scene.
You get some very, very German looking Hydra guys, and they're like, yes, science and whatnot. And how about the Tesseract and the twins?
Yeah, they announced the one guy as Strucker. Isn't that from the other?
Well, that's Stryker.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're talking about from like the X-Men canon stuff.
That sounds right now.
As Stryker. Von Strucker. That's who you're thinking of. He's just like
this guy.
He wears a monocle.
But he made miracles, not
miracles.
Mutants. We don't own mutants yet. Call them miracles.
We own the miracles. Yes, the twins. And then it shows you a little snip clip of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, with a little bit of their moves.
Pretty good
shit.
stuff. What do you think of this?
What
do you think of this on the whole, like as a complete Marvel cinema film? What do we think of it? If you had to give it, there's a lot in here.
Oh, did you see the post-credit, the second post-credit scene?
Probably. What is it?
Yeah, Bucky goes to the museum. He sees his little kiosk thing at the museum where he can read about himself, and it's the Cat Museum.
Oh, yeah. I guess I didn't.
Double credit scenes.
Is that all it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Much, yeah. I thought maybe there might be more. He just is researching himself.
Yeah.
How many, if you had 10 thumbs and all of those thumbs are actually metal arms, how many metal arm thumbs would you give this out of 10? For a Marvel movie, as far as you enjoy it.
I'd have to use a fraction of a thumb.
Okay.
Or an arm.
Okay.
I think I'd give it 9.2.
9.2.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty good. I had a hoot with this on a rewatch as a movie I haven't sat down and watched in several years. I think I'm going to go 9.4.
Oh shit.
9.4. We're getting very fractional.
I thought I was going to be higher than you.
No, I had a blast with this, man. I really
it's great.
I really liked it. I think my favorite part of it is all the like Nick Fury heavy shit.
Yeah.
I just really like it. The metal arm fucking looks great. All of this looks great. It's a good-looking, funny, quippy, action-packed movie. And
action in it is great.
There is none of it that drags. Pretty breezy for a longer feature. Yeah. I mean, that's what I would give it. So now we're going to watch another bad old Captain America thing, allegedly. We're going to watch Captain America, the made-for-TV movie from 1979.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Sounds like better than this 9.2 garbage.
Look, here's a fake thing, and we'll be right back for America.
This ad sponsored by Sorny Entertainment. At Amor Zen, you can rest easy knowing that your packages are safely inspected and properly packaged by our top agents. Hey, boss. Yeah, come over here for a second. Is it safe to send out this order? What do we got here?
Hey, let's see. Please. Okay, we got a DVD set of MacGyver TV movies. 1 large box easy strike matches.
Yeah.
No, please. 1 large oversized canister of hairspray. 1 fire retardant adult jumpsuit. 1 pack metal shower curtain rings, 12 count. And finally, 1 ridiculously large box of adult diapers. They don't give a shit. Send it.
Amor Zen. It'll get there.
Shit ain't been bell. Now, introducing Amazon in your back door. Where you can set up a thing to unlock your back door and we'll come inside and put our package. And then we'll leave. And you can relock your back door. But you'll still have our package in there. Amazon. We care about going to space. That's one. Brief interjection from your program. I just wanted to throw out a couple of special thanks for the folks that make this show possible. Big thanks to Brad Sexton for our jams, Lamplighter Production for our artwork, Godsized Growing for some musical guest appearances, the Missouri T-Shirt Company, and Dave, who's our YouTube editor. We probably wouldn't even be on that platform were it not for him. If you want to check out anything any of these amazing people are working on, all of their links are in the description for this episode. If you want to contact the show, you can hit us up on Twitter or Instagram at It's Just Two Movies. We've got a Facebook page now, so that's on there. You can always leave us a comment on YouTube. or you can email us at itsjusttwomovies@gmail.com. Okay, yeah, and if you like the show, like, subscribe, leave us a review. That stuff helps tremendously. So anyway, back to the show. All right, let's fucking podcast, baby.
Podcast is shit.
Podcast is
All right, you guys ready? This is a podcast.
We're back. It's a podcast. We watched Captain America. If you're not familiar with Captain America, they made it in 1979. It's an action sci-fi film. This says 2 hours long.
You think the thing said 99 minutes?
That's crazy. I could have swore it was like hour 20.
I think everything did have it different.
Yeah,
because something said 120. I think Google says 2 hours, but the actual runtime I think was 99 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know what our exact runtime was, but it felt like we got the extended director's cut.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just deliberately gonna extra give it a hard time because it is about a thing that I like. But all in all, before we get into any of it, I didn't hate a lot of this.
As far as bad movies and like the acting and stuff goes, no.
The
main character was good.
What I was expecting from a Captain America movie from 1979, I was pleasantly surprised with a lot of it. It's a 1979 action sci-fi film, 2 hour runtime, 3.8 out of 10 on IMDb. 51% of Google users liked this movie. Initial release date, January 19th, 1979, directed by Rob Holcomb, starring Reb Brown, theme music composer. It doesn't matter. But what I did think was impressive is the budget for this was $150,000.
I mean, for that time frame, that's still a lot of money.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, of course, if you're comparing it to nowadays Marvel movies, pocket change, that's what they throw at an actor.
Right.
Actually, a lot less than what they throw at Robert Downey Jr.
Stars Reb Brown, Heather Menzies, Len Berman, Joseph Ruskin, Robin Mattson, Frank Martin, and Steve Forrest. Safe to mention a few others from 1979. For all you of my listeners out there with the AARP subscriptions.
You might remember this from back in the day. Straight to TV,
Maybe
probably.
So. This movie's kind of shit. So,
kinda.
All right, here's what the movie's about. You got Steve Rogers. He's in an accident. He gets himself hurt trying to be a good guy, and they serum him, and he's Captain America. And then there's a greasy businessman who doesn't care how many people he hurts to get filthy rich. Boom. And there's your conflict, and it's resolved. And he's like, I think I might keep up Captain Americaning. Whole movie.
Yeah, but half the movie, he's not even Cap.
No, he's just Steve Rogers for a very significant amount of the film.
This movie does have the sequel, so I guess it does.
I like him as Steve.
Long form.
Yeah, I like him as Steve Rogers, though. You know, like he's a pretty relatable Steve Rogers because it is late 70s. He says stuff like he's like, "Oh, right on, man," or "Yeah, no, I can get with that." You know, like he just there's a bit where he gives a little science guys talking to him. He's like, I've already done a lot for my country. I just kind of want to put some miles on myself. Go see some people, see this beautiful country, and just kind of figure out who I am.
Right, it's relatable. If you've been a soldier for, even 10 years, you're like, this might not be the only thing for me, even though I'm good at it. I got other.
Who doesn't at some point be like, you know what, I'm gonna go fuck off for a bit and see if I can figure some shit out about myself.
It doesn't matter how good you are at the previous thing. Everybody wants to grow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Do that new.
They make him very relatable. The thing that fucks me up though is with the super soldier serum or whatever, the flag serum.
They call it flag in this.
Yeah, the flag serum. He's already humongous. Like it doesn't make him any bigger, or he's just already a big
makes
man.
Him stronger, I guess.
Yeah. Do you remember anything specifically about the story of this?
No, I'd have to say that my favorite part definitely was whenever they were the bad was trying to kill Steve Rogers before he even had the serum, and this movie, they just loved oil slicks. So they used it twice.
Yeah.
Once was up an entire rocky mountainside.
Oh my God.
Just to slide Steve Rogers'
just
truck his van.
Yeah.
His van was sweet, but it was just at least
he's fucking slipping and sliding for a good 3 or 4 miles before he ran off that mountain.
sliding down the mountain before he actually falls off.
Oh, it's great. Now, he fucks up his dirt bike, fucks up his
and
van.
His sweet van, yeah.
Yeah. You know, some other shit happens. Eventually, he goes to meet Mr. Science Man. Mr. Science Man, he's like, I used to work with your dad. And he's like, well, that's great, man. He's like, he was a great American citizen. Let me tell you about what his life's work was. It's the flag juice. And we should put the flag juice in you, son. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. And then he, you know, it's the monologue I said a moment ago. And then, what happens where he gets killed?
Where the, forget their names. Jerry gets killed? Jeff?
Jeff? Oh, yeah. A buddy of Captain America's who you never meet in the movie. He calls him. He's a good close friend of Captain America's. And when you see him, he's dying. He got murdered. And then he gets mixed up in a fucking murder mystery. It's just, it's the beat version of Law and Order, kind of. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, via this circumstance, Steve Rogers gets himself killed. And the doc, you know, he's like, oh, he's a vegetable. They're keeping him artificial breathing.
Okay,
He's brain dead or whatever. So he's like, get the flag serum. And she's like, but doctor, it hasn't been tested. And he's like, he's dying, goddammit. I'll take full responsibility. I'll give him the injection.
So they give him no choice but to live.
Yeah, they give him no choice but to live as a super soldier, which he does. And there's some weird scenes where he like breaks that pencil. He's like, I'm so strong, I could accidentally hold this pencil too tightly, and he breaks it like any person older than the age of 13 can break a pencil.
6 foot plus, you know, built like a football player. Like, I wonder. Could grip this pencil too tight. Oh no, I broke it.
Yeah, they did a good job of like getting a guy that's big though, because he is fucking huge. Like, he towers over everybody else in this.
Yeah,
just a big fucking muscular dude. So yeah, he gets himself killed. They flag sauce him up. He's learning how to deal with his powers or whatever.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to be Cap.
No, there's a bit where he rides a dirt bike for like half an hour.
Yeah, that scene was extremely long. I would honestly say that has to be my least favorite part of the entire movie. Yeah. It was a 5-minute bike scene, no audio, just some cool jams. But then they have the helicopter scene where the helicopter's just following that bike.
That's another 5 minutes.
Yeah, when they introduce the bike, Cap gets his, not his armor, his suit, his spandex suit, and his shield. The best thing of the entire movie. Cap gets his shield.
Man, his shield fucking sucks, though.
It's the worst.
It's the worst shield. It's the worst.
You can find a better one at Five Below.
It's clear plastic. It is a clear plastic, looks like a giant contact lens, but with red stripes painted around it and a star in the middle.
And like you said, see-through plastic. What the hell?
It's
Are
like
you trying to make it seem like glass, or what is the
when
material
they handle it? It's like wobble wobble. You know what I mean? Like, you can hear it, like the sound that it makes. Like, oh my god, man! You couldn't have put that in later, made it be like a tink tink tink, like something to make it not.
But making it transparent, I just don't even know what they were making it try to seem like.
Maybe just a transparent material in 1979 would blow your fucking mind. Like, well, it's
maybe
there,
that is what it is. Yeah.
It ain't glass, but I can see through it. It's, what is it? You know, maybe that was mind blowing. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's not a good look though, and his suit's not either.
No,
it's like so it's like it's the same onesie fashion that you would expect, but the print on it is in such a way that it looks like he's wearing a vest. That is the vertical red and white stripes.
Yeah, they kind of mixed it with a biker suit, or like, because he wears a helmet.
He wears a motorcycle helmet.
Yeah, motorcycle helmet, like one of the motorcycle suits, or was it a
motorcycle
Evel Knievel?
Yeah, he's just wearing spandex and an Evel Knievel motorcycle helmet with an A on it. I hate the look. I hate everything about the look in this.
I don't know if you noticed it, but they showed the sketch of one of the Captain America things, and it was just like him in like a Speedo or like the tiniest boy shorts with a little, just like almost like a swimmer's cap with an A on it.
Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
No, I fucking hate the look for this. And in the end, at the very end of the movie, he's like, we'll get you new and improved suit. And it looks like the traditional Captain America suit, but he's still got that stupid fucking clear shield. And it's dumb.
What do you want?
I
you
want
a metal
not that.
shield?
I would like a, yeah.
God.
Yeah, at least heavy plastic that's not see-through. You know, where it looks like it's not a flimsy piece of shit. Because they're like, he's like, oh, it's also bulletproof. He doesn't block one bullet with it in the entire movie. He gets shot at a lot. He just like dodges and ducks behind shit.
He was looking back. He gets shot at instead of putting up his shield. He just runs with the shield at his side.
Away. Yeah. Oh man, it was a different America back in '79, I guess.
Just scare your enemies away with plastic.
You could just scurry away from bullets. He's not even good at it. I do. I'm giving him a lot of shit, but I do like him as Steve Rogers. Here's my biggest complaint about this: is it is just a greasy businessman who doesn't care who he hurts to get more money.
Yeah.
And it's so boring. It's not even a. I don't mean to say the movie's boring. I mean to say the concept of just like some greasy, sleazy guys are doing some illegal shit to make money. Come on, man. That's like some subplot shit.
Yeah.
Give me a. There's not even a villain. Like there is, but he's not really. He's just like, I'm gonna blow up a town so I can get at all this gold that's being held in a vault before any first responders show up. I guess what's it called? Radioactive poisoning? Nope.
How he was going to kill everybody?
Yeah, but I mean, wouldn't he would be susceptible to that as well, entering the place right after.
Nah, you're crazy.
No? Is that not how that worked? A radioactive fallout? Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't
not
know what
crazy.
he said. Yeah, I do remember that he said it would kill. Yeah, it would kill all organic life, but it would leave the gold. Yeah, I don't remember what it was that was doing that, though.
Yeah, anyway, I think it was going to set off a nuke, or like a hypersonic nuke, or it had a fancy, very sci-fi 1970s word.
Was it a neutron bomb?
It was a neutron bomb. There it is. Thank you very much.
Memories work sometimes.
Got him. So why is he doing that? So he can kill all these people and retrieve this gold. Seems like he could just do a heist, but whatever.
No. God, no.
No, just got to level the whole city. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I would like something more compelling than just a greasy dude being a weasel. And if he is a greasy dude being a weasel, make it more interesting, like just gold. That's his motivation.
Yeah.
He doesn't have like an arc or like a weird scar or any sort of a backstory.
This is the 70s. Gold is the.
I know we're looking at the new gold standard now. Well, I guess before we get into any of that shit, just as it was, what do you give it for plastic Captain America shield thumbs? Nope. What do you give it for dirt bike? He's got a sick dirt bike. I don't know if you can hear my sarcasm coming across the airwaves. He's got a sick dirt bike.
I'm not sure it was a dirt bike. The first one, he had a dirt bike on his van, but then when he gets the Captain America bike, it's like a street bike. He's driving through the dirt.
He's having a hard time with it in the desert.
He can't keep control of it. It's just shaking apart.
It's fucking all over the place, man. Yeah, it's got some cool buttons on it. There's one that like just stealth mode. It makes the bike silent.
Yeah,
like
it's not all the time. It's just just in case when you want to be silent.
Just in case if you don't care to be.
Don't want to be. When you want to hear when you get to the place you're going to.
It's got a
might use this button.
It's got a jet boosted assist mode. Which you turn that on to hit the ramp and grab that helicopter. In that really long helicopter scene.
Yeah.
Finally, when he hit the ramp and grabbed the helicopter, I was like, thank God that's over.
Thank God this came to somewhere.
Woo, man,
how many dirt bikes would I rate
How
it?
long do you think that is? I bet that's almost 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's hard.
Between the time when he's like, when he gets on
definitely seems like it's filler.
Between the time from when he gets on the dirt bike till the time it cuts to the next scene. So like the helicopter thing's over, next scene. That's got to be 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe longer, maybe 12.
Yeah.
It fucking goes.
They're doing the whole bike scene
forever.
longer because he gets it from the van or the van makes it or whatever. And
it's ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
I thought he was just taking it for a test drive, but nope, he goes and goes.
I gotta tell you, whoever's flying the helicopter for this though, they earn their fucking paycheck because some pretty cool, like extremely low, like really heavy tilt. I don't know what the word is for it. I've never flown a helicopter. Don't know any helicopter terminology, but when the wings become, or when the propellers become less perpendicular to the ground, I guess, and the cab sways up. There's a lot of that back and forth, real low to the ground shit. It looks scary as fuck, is what I'm saying. I'd be like, man, I'd be fucking holding on for dear life if I was in the helicopter.
If you're not the pilot.
Yeah, no. So that part of it looks great. I mean, I want to give it credits where it's due. I do like the guy they got to play Steve Rogers. When they're like, all of a sudden he's like got a girl on his shoulder and he's dating and kissing a girl on the beach and stuff. I'm like, where the fuck did this come from? Like, I know
you missed
where
that was his girl.
Yeah. Yeah. her dad, who was his friend, died, so he's her age, but he's friends with her dad. It seems fucking weird. The whole thing was a strange way to put it together, I guess.
Yeah.
Where they were like, all of a sudden they were sweet on each other and going steady or whatever.
It was strange.
Yeah, this is a weird fucking movie. How many plastic Captain America shield thumbs?
All right, plastic shield dirt bike wheels.
Ooh.
I didn't find it entertaining at all. I think I gotta go with a 1.5.
1.5. Okay,
couldn't get into it. There's a lot of, I was gonna say, some movies do it awesomely to where, I was gonna say, I watched The Book of Boba Fett recently, and they do it well to where they'll have 10 to 15 minutes of zero dialogue, but the visual storytelling of it is so appealing that you're watching it for 10, 15 minutes, not really realizing that there's no dialogue.
Right.
In this movie, they do it and it's just filler. You get good 10 minutes, no dialogue, and it's just him riding a bike or him doing this or...
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's like with shit like this, I'm always kind of torn at the same part where I'm like, oh, it was too long. Well, yeah, it is too long because, like you said, there's a bunch of filler in it. So do you just take the filler out? But then is it even a movie?
Yeah.
So that's why the fillers...
But that's why it's so bad.
That's why the filler's in there. That is why it's so bad.
Because
though.
it's short that they extended.
Makes me want to stop
film.
watching it. So you just have to keep it more brisk. If you can't stretch it into an hour and 30 or an hour and 20, you don't have enough script. Like you don't have enough screenplay to make a movie. Then the work is not finished. You gotta take it back to the writer's table and make more of it. That way you can keep it briskly paced on screen.
Yeah.
Well, for some things, I mean, not for slow burns and shit. It's weird. How does your brain make that adjustment where you're like, I say you, the royal you.
Right.
How do you make that adjustment from like enjoying things that are like really brisk and fast paced, and then switch it to a slow burn, where it's like one scene can last 8 minutes, and there's no words spoken, and it's just tense as fuck.
Right.
And it just takes place in one room.
That's where the director
nobody
comes
says
in.
shit. Yeah, I guess, man. It's weird how our brains are able to really get ingrained in both of those things.
Yeah.
And they're so different. Maybe it's just the visual medium. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I would put my money on. Yeah, director knows how to tell a story just by using visual cues, making you look at the screen, like look at, specific part of the scene that he wants you to look at.
Beautiful.
Keeping you intrigued.
This not so much. I'm with you. I'm going to redeem it a little bit because I watched this under the guise of I'm not sure what this movie's about, to being like, I wonder what the Captain America lore is in this. I wonder what he looks like. I wonder if he's got a weird car or whatever, because it's the 70s. And I was entertained by those things, although I absolutely hate the look. It is weird knowing that it's out there. Like if there was a Captain America video game, that might be an unlockable skin.
Yeah, I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
It does fall in the history. But
yeah, just a weird...
It's so strange. It was
a weird point in Captain America stuff that exists.
Yeah, because with whatever they gave the rights to telling the story of Cap, they didn't really use any of the story of Cap other than the super soldier serum.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of it was just a normal 70s.
They didn't even call it that. They called it the flag serum.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Weird. They only used the serum to make him, superhuman. But, I mean, they didn't really show that too much. It kind of just made it seem like steroids, just inject him with something and now
No, they didn't kind of make it seem like steroids. The guy literally came out and said, your dad developed these very rare steroids or whatever. He used the word steroids. Please let me inject you with them. Weird pitch, I guess, for that guy.
Yeah, it's almost like they deconstruct the story to make it more just modern to see it.
And I'm sure because they're like, Stan
Lee
gets a consultant credit, so I'm sure they're like, I'm sure he came in and was like, just as long as his name is Steve Rogers and he's Captain America and he holds these 3 values, do whatever you want.
And I mean, that was...
Here's a picture of him.
I'm not too sure of the comic book history, but I'm sure that was before the crash, before they had to sell off a bunch of their rights. So maybe it was just kind of a heyday to where they had the recognition of Cap that they're just like, let's make a movie.
I'm not gonna look it up, but I think it was late 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I should rate it. You're gonna give it a what? A 1?
I said 1.5, but I would be intrigued since there is a sequel. I would be intrigued with the sequel because I did like the actor of Cap.
Yeah.
I feel like he did redeem it, even though I just hated the writing of the storytelling, whatever, everything of the movie.
I hate the device that is just a greasy business guy.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that shit. Make it a distinct greasy business guy. If it was Kingpin, okay.
I'm going to revise my 1.5.
Okay.
Dirty plastic shield bike tires.
Dirty plastic shield bike tire
For
thumbs.
2.2.
For 2.2. Okay, so you're going to go 2.2. Final answer. I'm going to redeem it a little bit, but man, how much credit can I give it? Because I liked a handful of things about it, but I hate the story and I hate the way it looks.
Still 99 minutes you lost.
Yeah, it is, and that's a stretch of time right there. So, fuck, man. I guess I give it 6.72.
6.72?
6.72, yeah. I liked enough things about it that I sat there and watched the whole thing. 6.72.
I feel like if it's 6 point something, that's a movie I'm rewatching or would be down to rewatch again.
Oh, not necessarily. There's movies that I've given a 9 to that I'm like, I never need to rewatch this.
Yeah, but I mean, that definitely comes down to the movie.
Some stuff just doesn't have replay value.
Yeah.
This, I would not. I would watch this again if I could fast forward through 30 minutes of it, which you could.
That's only half the bike scene.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you cut the bike scene, you cut the helicopter bit, and cut the first 8 minutes. You really don't need any of that first scene. He just shows up at a surf shop and he's like, "Hey, Steve, what's up, man?" Steve's like, "Oh, righteous, bro. Hey, things good. Hang 10." You know what I'm saying?
And he gets relatable guy, man.
He's like, "Hey,
what's up?
Can I use your phone, dude?" Yeah, for sure, bro. He goes in and uses the phone and he calls the guy because I need to see I'm in trouble. And that's the guy that dies. That's Steve's friend. You don't need that scene. You don't need any of that, like him driving to. All you need is the. Well, I guess that's how they give you the oil slick part.
Yeah, that's the.
Okay, well, dumb device. But anyway, yeah, I would change all kinds of shit about this. What would you do if you were going to modernize this? But if you're re-releasing the same movie today, the movie takes place in 1979. So you're making it. You're making it now.
For that nostalgic shit.
You're making it now, but let's say this is going to be a period piece. Because I would really like to keep his weird van and motorcycle bit.
No, in the time,
I think it's fine. Like
and the
that
time
part
frame could work for sure. I mean, even just like kind of how the first Avengers did it. You know, they made it a period piece.
Yeah, for sure.
What I would do differently, what was going on in the 70s, 80s? Because it was a 79. Yeah, I feel like you'd just have to rework the main story plot. Just give them, other than killing people for some gold.
Well, he would have just come home from Vietnam a few years prior.
That was the war that he was.
Yeah, Yeah, that ended April 30th, 1975.
Yeah, to make it more of a period piece, I would dig into the war, and because there was all the anti-war protests for Vietnam and stuff like that.
Yeah, make him like a pivot point of bringing the country together.
Right.
Sort of, you know what I mean? That's an easy narrative. Yeah, I mean, as far as that, who would your bad be? Who would you get for your big bad?
As in actors wise? No, just straight up. You gotta have a
no,
villain
as in
of
like
the movie.
As in like, what's your angle? Not just Mr. Brackets or whatever his fucking name was. Vinny Brackets.
Oh, Vinny Brax.
Mr. Baskets, whatever his name was.
He's
doesn't
the
matter.
biggest bad. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. What do you think?
Man, you could do a Kingpin, but I'm trying to think if I know any Captain America Kingpin storylines, and it's just not adding up. I can't think of anything that involves those two. That was the first thing that came to mind because it's New York. But you could also do a Doctor Doom angle. Doctor Doom loves like political intrigue, heist kind of shit.
Yeah.
We watched the Red Skull representation in the other one that we watched. Yeah. That was better than this because there is no villain in this.
Yeah.
He's a superhero in a spandex costume. Have him fight another weird guy.
Yeah.
It's weird that he's just beating up a businessman. He's just giving him carbon monoxide poisoning. Just strange the way that it shook out. He needs someone to rage against, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was never huge into Cap. I mean, before the MCU and stuff.
I guess really the real bad guy in Winter Soldier is Alexander Pierce.
Right, yeah.
He's the real bad guy.
Kind of head of Hydra.
You could make that happen with Hydra and S.H.I.E.L.D. in that and just make it a guy like Pierce. That's another way to not have a supervillain in it.
Yeah, but I mean, that one did well because it did still have the assassin, the Winter Soldier in it.
Yeah.
Of course, we just watched that movie, so it's easy to say.
Like I'm trying to think of other people from his rogues gallery, and I'm not thinking of a lot of them that aren't propaganda.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the Red Scare and all that. I got fucking about to piss my pants. 2 seconds.
Pissing right as we speak? God damn.
Oh my god. I fucking peed so long I forgot what I was saying.
No, I didn't.
Look, that's enough about that. Play the clip.
Hey, what you watching?
All right, Dave, what you been watching, bro?
I just mentioned I was just finished the book of Boba Fett.
The Book of Boba Fett?
I know you're anti-Star Wars and hate Star Wars, sir, but I should probably email you in and probably try to contact you on your home phone number, but...
They could do that. It's at dave@gmail.com.
All right, my home phone number is... No.
I won't even throw out that area code. Fucking, I'll bleep that out. Yeah, no, I'm not anti-Star Wars. I just I don't know. I've had some uncomfortable interactions with people that are like, "You're wrong. It's the best movie ever," and I'm like, "Fucking take it easy, man."
Oh, some of the movies are garbage.
I was like, I'm sorry you like it.
Is cool.
Well, just like I was so young when I watched the first 3, like so young that I would say 80% of it went over my head, but I got the gist. And then I tried to rewatch them as a teenager, and I was like, yeah, I get it. And then they were old. I didn't really appreciate older films at the time. So then I tried to watch them again in my 20s, and I was like, God, these are fucking old. And now I've seen that exact same storyline recycled so many times.
Yeah,
I'm like,
for sure.
Whatever, man.
I feel like I was just at the perfect age when the prequels came out, that it just hit me perfect.
Yeah, I went and watched the prequels and wasn't really digging on those either.
Everybody hates them, and even in like the Star Wars fandom, the prequels are just shat on. But I love them; they're my favorite. I was gonna say, as far as if you take the trilogies like separately, it's my favorite trilogy from it.
I watched there's the 3 newer ones. Yeah, you know which ones I'm talking about? Where like Luke's in them, but he's old. Yeah, with Rey and
Mark Hamill.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's back in it. Yeah, fantastic. Those. I saw the one where he's drinking the blue milk.
Yeah.
I saw that one, and I was like, this is fine.
Yeah, The Last Jedi.
And we went to the drive-in to watch the second one, and there was like some creepy drunk guy fucking like shouting at cars and stuff. It was making Alicia uncomfortable. It was the second feature, so we already watched the one we really came to watch.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want to leave. I was like, all right, fine. I was into it. That's where the last thing I remember about Star Wars is I was like, that's Oscar Isaac as Poe Dameron or whatever. And I was like, and then we left.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Oscar Isaac's coming to the MCU.
Yeah, as Moon Knight.
Moon Knight. I'm excited for that.
I am excited for that too, but they're gonna make it like
dulled down.
Yeah, dulled down essentially.
Yeah, which I'm kind of fine with, especially to introduce the character, because I feel like once they kind of develop even just the MCU a little bit more, I feel like Disney's going to loosen the reins on him.
Yeah, he's supposed to be an insane person. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of multiple personality kind of disorder.
Yeah, where's my money, Dracula, you bitch, or whatever.
But Boba Fett, that was great. I would say The Mandalorian, that TV series, it kind of links into that.
I've heard
both of those were good
I've heard nothing but good things about The Mandalorian. And one day, when it's rainy and shitty outside, and it's a Sunday, I'm just going to sit down and watch all The Mandalorian.
In one day?
Can I? Can it be done?
Probably. It's 2 seasons, probably.
It's 2 seasons now?
Yeah, 8 episodes-ish a piece, probably. 45 minutes to an hour. They do each... That's what makes their series a little bit better, too, is because they don't have a time frame for their episodes. Mm-hmm. So if the episode's only 35 minutes, only 35 minutes. If it's an hour, it's an hour.
The titular Mandalorian is played by Pedro Pascal, right?
Yeah.
Nice. And he's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good. No, I very much want to watch The Mandalorian. And I'm sure there are billions of Star Wars Easter eggs in there, and I'm sure I will catch like 10 of them. But I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah,
and
it's fun.
Somebody's like,
it's
oh,
a good
man.
Watch.
You watch that and I'm like, I'm not super into Star Wars. And they'll be like, you don't have to be. Like, it's its own self-contained thing. And I'm like, okay,
I feel like the bounty hunters, because he's a bounty hunter, or like Boba Fett too, it just makes for easy storytelling that it doesn't have to be connected to a larger, even kind of hyper, like sci-fi. It can be kind of grounded in what we know is like a space western.
Was it good? Is he more competent in Book of Boba Fett than he is in the movies?
As you're talking about Boba?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he's more, because the thing with Boba Fett is like, what does he really do? Does he shoot like this? I don't know what the statistic is or whatever, but he only kills like one person in all of the Star Wars movies. The only thing he really does is shoots and misses a rocket launcher and falls into the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, like why he's proclaimed as being one of the best bounty hunters ever or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because all you see in the movie is like him just fucking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you see who plays Boba Fett?
Yeah.
Who is it?
It's still the same actor. I'm not sure that guy's name. Yeah, you'd have to look it up. Yeah, it's the same actor from the prequels.
Nice.
Yeah.
So in the Book of Boba Fett, I assume this is before the Sarlacc pit?
No.
Really? He escapes the Sarlacc pit?
Mm-hmm. That's where it picks up.
Okay, then maybe he is a bad motherfucker then.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, I mean, they make him, he's definitely badass, but in this, they kind of do the old man knowledge to where he's trying to beat people with knowledge instead of the brute force or the, going in bounty hunter stealth.
Because he's also cunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. That's a cool angle. I might get on board with that. That sounds good. How are the 3 newer Star Wars movies, like on the whole, as somebody who's into Star Wars?
The new saga films?
Yeah.
Like the ones that you were just talking about? I thought they were trash.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I just watched the one and I was like, this one's cool. I like cool aliens and shit. That's my jam.
Yeah, I mean, it's a super high production film, so I mean, it's pretty it's entertaining, but I didn't like them. I just think mainly why I didn't like them was the character development. I didn't really like any of the new characters they brought to it. Like when they're bringing back old characters and giving you nostalgia and stuff, all that's fine and stuff. But
Did you watch the Solo?
Yeah, I love that. I
Solo?
love Solo.
Was he doing a Kessel Run?
Yeah, Rogue One.
And
Rogue One was really good.
2.5 parsecs.
Yeah, I don't remember what that is, but yeah, they retconned it to where now in Star Wars parsec is because I think in real life it's a distance, and in Star Wars they used it as a time, and but now in Star Wars they doubled down. It is time. It's not space. It's not distance.
They just doubled down on it.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is my universe. It's not,
Yeah,
it's
what
not
else would you
in
do?
your universe.
Who's
It
to
doesn't-
say that
just
we
because
wouldn't have
that's what
used...
you say it on Earth doesn't mean that that's what the galaxy calls it.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
What you been watching?
Man, I finished Peacemaker.
Ooh, I've been wanting to
Man,
watch it.
It's
Haven't
good.
started it.
It's really, really good. Start to finish. I think I've talked about it on 2 or 3 episodes now.
Oh, okay.
But
so everybody knows, yeah.
officially wrapped it up. Loved it, man.
Yeah, I really like the character from the
Amazing.
Suicide Squad.
Like, I'm so excited that they've already renewed it for a season 2.
Oh, I didn't get that news either.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's good stuff. You'll watch it.
It seems fun.
You'll watch it because I will hound you about it until you do.
Until we can talk about it.
Yeah, because I have to have somebody to like. I think I've talked about it with 2 other guests on the show. I know I talked about it with Birdman. I might have talked about it with with Corey. But no, it's great, man. I very, very much enjoy it. Funny, just funny as fuck.
Well, that's what I've been looking for.
And a great CGI hilarious eagle.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, I seen the little teaser trailer thing for what's the eagle's name?
Eagly?
Yeah. I was gonna say that, but I'm like, that just sounds so ridiculous. But I knew that's
But that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's probably why it's that way. No, man, that's honestly about it. I've been playing the shit out of some Rocket League. I got my what do you call it? Blizzard tag or whatever on Rocket League.
Nice.
Fuck. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Let you fuck?
No, I'll tell everybody my fucking Rocket League gamer tag. I don't give a shit. Feel free to add me on Rocket League though. Like if that's your thing and you're into it, if I catch you online, send me an invite. Hell yeah, I'll play some games with you, man. I prefer doubles, but Epic ID or whatever for Rocket League is YUUNGCHEZ. That's a capital Y, capital C. Yeah, add me on there, man. We'll play some time. I know I talked to 2 other people that were like, "Oh, you play Rocket League? That's cool, man." It's like we should play some time. I was like, "All right, great." And I think one of them lives in Australia or New Zealand. Australia, I believe, and
yeah,
he's like, oh, you're going to bed when I get home from work, so well, maybe someday. I don't know. I play pretty late sometimes, so
yeah, I've been jumping on the newer Pokemon game, that Legends Arceus.
Yeah, how is it?
It's awesome. It's
yeah.
I
thought about scooping it up a couple of times. I'm like, yeah, I will get it. I just kind of had some other shit come up.
You might want to look. I'll say for you, it'd probably be fine, but some people. It depends on the style of gameplay that you like, because they took out the gym battles and like you don't get badges and stuff like that. It's not the typical remake of the standard Pokemon game that we're used to. It's a new variation that's based around catching every Pokemon.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it's great. I love that.
Okay. Yeah.
And then they do have challenging battles. It's not like you don't battle. You just don't have the getting all the gems to battle the Elite Four challenge. Your challenge is to collect every Pokemon to get all the data.
Yeah, the battle is usually my favorite part. Pokemon Standard.
I'll say they do have.
Who's your team? Who you taking to the league? Pokemon Standard OG. Who's your team?
An OG, and just like I'll say I always gotta have Alakazam. I'll say I always had Snorlax or Chansey.
Okay, a couple of good tanks.
Yeah, always a good normal tank. Always liked a good fighting. If it was base set or if it was first gen, I'm not sure. I'll say in Legends Arceus, I liked Lucario. Was my fighter. Take out all the normal types. But no, in Arceus, they put what some people are proclaiming as the hardest battle in all Pokemon franchise history.
Ooh, okay, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
I like some stat crunches.
Yeah, it was definitely a match I had to retry twice, but I didn't feel like it was crazy hard. But I definitely see how if you're not.
Yeah, I bring a wide team. I go Squirtle or to War Turtle.
And Squirtle going in Elite Four with a Squirtle.
I go well. It is only because that's the point in the game where to beat the fire gym, you actually have to do some grinding first.
Yeah.
But if you already have one strong water type,
Yeah,
you just
you have
fucking march right through it. But I actually wind up replacing War Turtle. Anyway, I'll start out with War Turtle, Butterfree.
Butterfree's always good, yeah.
Fuck
Help
yeah.
you catch shit. Putting everything to sleep.
Word.
What will you say? You're sleeping.
Psyblast. Then I'll roll out get a Graveler. Keep that MF and thing on me. And then I need a lightning type. I tend to change it up for whatever lightning type I will wind up using.
It's usually pretty tough to get them earlier game, unless you find Pikachu in Viridian Forest or whatever.
Yeah. Normally what I'll have is a Pikachu or a Raichu. I'll walk around until I find one. And shit, what's my last one? Oh yeah, Pidgeotto. And then I will swap my War Turtle for a Lapras in later levels. And that's what I always march through the game with.
I always like getting a Gyarados, so honestly that was probably my water type.
I like just getting one to have one.
Yeah.
I like Lapras because he's water and ice.
Yeah.
So you get the two double. Like you got bug.
Yeah, and that's
you got bug and psychic.
That's
you
what
got
sucks about Gyarados is that he's water flying.
Yeah, like I'll have it at a bare minimum 12 different types of attack when I go to the final fucking thing or whatever. Yeah, that's anyway, I haven't been doing any of that though. All I've been doing is playing Rocket League, so I don't know why I mentioned that. You got anything else that you...
No? I guess check out your YouTube channel.
Yeah, check out my YouTube channel. It's called It's Just Two Movies on youtube.com.
Yeah, new playlist up. Go check out your favorite guests.
Oh yeah, we do have playlists up, and they hold on, I'll pull up the list of the names of them.
Yeah, if any guest that you like has been on more than a couple times, we're going to throw up playlists together so it's easier for you to find them.
Included but not limited to Season 1, The Awakening. Season 2, Cruise Control. Jean-Claude Brandin. Dougie Dub Too Fresh. Little Corey Time. William Screaming.mp3. Action Jackson Variety Hour. And others.
And more to come.
And more to come.
You guys aren't gonna start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
Let's call that gold talk for a one-eyed Batman.
Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence? Or is this the wrong crowd?
Maybe we should call in a bomb threat to Houston. I think it's free beer night at the Astrodome.
The Jedi, Bob. We don't fight with guns, we fight with our mind.
Cousin business is booming.
That is one big pile of shit.
Jog on.
It's Just Two Movies is a production of Blue Cheese and Bacon Studios and can be found wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh, I'm starting to mix the movies together.
I was going to say...
In my head, I'm like, we didn't mention Baron Zemo. And then I'm like, because he's not in this movie. That's why we didn't mention him.